That was the quietest intro ever. This is Mrs. Lehman from Math with Mrs. Lehman. I'm here today with my 6th period class, and they haven't done a video in a while, so they're pretty enthused if you couldn't tell. So anyway, we have this bell ringer. We've been working on exponents, and this is day 2 of order of operations, so we're just going to keep working on problems so that we can really get good at it. So the first one is solve 12 minus 2 times the quantity 4 plus 1 plus 13. So every time you guys do any math problem that involves, or any expression that involves multiple operations, then you need to follow the order of operations. So parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, whichever comes first in the problem, and then addition, subtraction, again, whichever comes first when it comes to that category. So parentheses, do we have parentheses? Yeah, so 4 plus 1 is 5. Now this is probably new to you guys, this parentheses next to a number. What operation is going on there? Multiplication. Multiplication is a little high maintenance when it comes to the operations because it likes to present itself as an X, a dot, sometimes a coefficient, and then it could also be with parentheses like that. So what is 2 times 5? 10. All right, so we have 12 minus 10 plus 13. So now we need to either subtract or add. What are we going to do next, Maddie? You sure? Which one comes first in the problem? They're in the same category. Addition and subtraction are worth the same. No, actually, we're going to subtract because we ran into that one first, okay? So 12 minus 10 is? 12 minus 10 is? Try it again, Maddie. Now I put her on the spot and she's getting nervous. Help her out, Rihanna. 2, very good. So 2 plus 13. Now a lot of people think that, oh, you know what, I can do a bunch of these steps all at once. And the answer to that is no. All right? You're going to have math wizards saying, "Ah, come on, you can do more than one step at once, Rihanna. You can do it, Xavier. Come on. Just add a bunch together. You don't need to do it at once." Just wing it. Yeah, just wing it. The answer to that is no. Go away. So another thing I want to point out, so we have subtraction here, we have multiplication here, we have this addition in the parentheses and another addition. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 operations going on, and that should take you, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines to solve, okay? Anyway, I'm going to erase some of this to make room for our next one. We have 18 plus 16 over 2 to the 3rd power 2 cubed. So written more normally, this is what this problem would look like. Okay, so parentheses, do you see any? No, crickets. Okay, and then exponents? Yes, we see an exponent right here. So we're going to go ahead and solve that. So 2 to the 3rd power means 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 4 times 2, which is 8. So we have 18 plus 16 over 8. What's 16 divided by 8? 2, yeah. So we need to do that division before we do this addition. So 18 plus 2 is? 20. Very good. So there you go. We like to say that's our dipping sauce over there. All right, any questions? Who here had that correct? Woohoo, very good. Okay, so we're going to go over your homework. You had this worksheet, order of operations. And yes?
I accidentally did the backside, but I still have to.
Okay, so we have this first question, the quantity 12 times 9 plus 5 squared minus 22. So you should write PEMDAS over each of these problems so that you have your little checklist. So the first one is P for parentheses. Do we have parentheses?
Yes.
Yeah, so 12 times 9 is what? 108, very good, plus 5 squared minus 22. So we're going to do what next? We have addition, exponents, or subtraction? Exponents, very good. So 5 squared, what is it? 25, very good. So 108 plus 25 minus 22. one step at a time. So we have addition and subtraction. We run into the addition first. Okay? So 108 plus 25 is what? 133, good. Minus 22. So 133 minus 22 is 111. Very good. All right, so again, when you're done, it should look like a piece of pizza. And then if you had any work that you would have shown, that would be in your dipping sauce. Yes, anyone watching this is like, what is she talking about? All right, so let's look at yours. You have, that's because you have 109 here. So when you did this math, it was wrong. So that calculation keeps it incorrect, because then when you did this part, you added incorrectly too. All right, so go ahead and fix it. All right, the next one, what operations do we see in number 2? Whoops, that arrow was super long. Background noises provided by Xavier. All right, what operations do we see happening in this problem? Parentheses, all right, so in the parentheses we have addition, all right. What else do we have, Maddie?
Multiplication.
Very good, there's multiplication right here, and what else?
Subtraction.
All right, very good. So parentheses first, we have to do everything in here. 17 plus 18 is what? 35. So now we're going to bring down this 2 times 35 minus 70. You can get rid of the parentheses once you've done everything inside of them. All right, so that was the only thing we needed to do there. So we have multiplication and subtraction. What do we do next, Tara? Very good. So 2 times 35 is 70 minus 70 here. So 70 minus 70 is, Maddie?
0.
You got it. All right, so your answer is 0 for that question. All right, let's go down here to the next set of problems. We have 16 divided by 4 times 3 times the quantity 9 plus 3. All right, so we've got a lot of operations. We see division, multiplication, more multiplication, and in the parentheses we see addition. So first we have to do the parentheses. So 9 plus 3 is 12. So we have 3 times 12. And then we have all of this copied down one step at a time. So what do we do next? Division or multiplication or multiplication?
Division.
Division. Hope you wear your glasses, guys. It helps with division. What's 16 divided by 4? 4. Yep. 4 times 3 times 12. Now we're going to go in order left to right when it's the same operation here. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 12.
144.
Who had 144? Woo, woo. Very good. And then this last one. You can hear the smartboard rattling. All right. We have division, addition, multiplication. So what comes first? Everyone? Division. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Copy everything else down. All right, we have addition and multiplication. Multiplication. So we have 40 times 88. If you put that 40 on the bottom, it makes your life a little easier because you can just bring down that 0. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry your 3. 4 times 8 is 32 plus 3 is 35. So we have 3,520. We're adding 3 to that. So we're going to have 3,523. Who had 3,523? All right, nice job. Any questions on this? Today we're just going to practice some more. So what we're going to do is actually look at a few more examples in your module. I don't have it printed to the smartboard, so I'm just going to write them down. But in your module book, if you want to turn to page 15, there are a few questions. Actually 16, I'm sorry. Page 16 is where we're going. So we have two problems here. We have 7 plus the quantity 12 minus 3 squared, like that. And then, so that's question 8. Question 9 says 7 plus the quantity 12 minus 3 squared. So It pretty much sounds like the same problem. Does anyone notice a difference in these problems? A few people. Tucker, what do you notice? Very good. Yeah, this placement of this exponent right here, I'm going to circle it in red, is very key. Do you guys think that's going to affect the answer?
No. Yeah.
Some people say no, some people say yes. Let's go ahead and find out. So we have to follow PEMDAS in both of these. So there you go. I tell the kids they got to write this until, wow, that is really bad, badly written. Anyway, you have to write this until your 25th birthday. So even after that, it's probably a good idea. Parentheses, do we have any parentheses? Yes, we do. So we've got to solve everything in the parentheses first. So we have 12 minus 3 squared. So are we doing subtraction or the exponent first, Cruz? We have to follow PEMDAS within the parentheses. So we got to start over. So what comes first in PEMDAS, exponents or subtraction? So we're in the parentheses. Now, looking in the parentheses, we have to follow parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, or addition, subtraction. What would be first? Okay, we're in the parentheses. Subtraction and addition, remember, are the last priority. They're the lowest on our list. So what one do you want to do? Help them out, Maddie.
The
Exponent?
Yeah.
The exponent, very good. So we have 3 squared. What does 3 squared equal, Peyton? 9, very good. So we have 9 now. So 12 minus 9 is still in parentheses. And we have to add 7 to that quantity. So we still have to finish up these parentheses before we can move on to anything else. So we have subtraction left to do. 12 minus 9 is 3. So we have 7 plus 3 left. All right, what is 7 plus 3, everyone? 10. All right, so when we had those, or the exponent connected just to the 3, we got an answer of 10. Let's see what happens when we have the exponent connected to the whole quantity. So again, we're going to follow PEMDAS, so parentheses first, exponents next, then multiplication or division, whichever comes first, left to right, and then last but not least, well, it is least, is addition and subtraction. So we have parentheses, so we've got to do what's in the parentheses. 12 minus 3 is 9, so we have 7 plus 9. Now, where am I putting that exponent now? On the 9. It's attached to the 9 now. All right, so 7 plus 9 squared. So am I doing addition or exponents next, Cruz? Exponents, very good. So 9 squared is what? If you tell me 18, the math wizard's got you. Liliana? 81. 81. All right, very good. So 7 plus 81. All right, now we just are left with the addition, which is what, Rihanna? 88, very good. So does the placement of the exponent make a difference? Quite a bit. All right, guys, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to have you work on question 15, or on, page 15, exercise 6 on your own. And when you're done with that, I'm going to check it for you. So I'm going to pause this while we work on some independently. All right, so here's the question that the kids had on page 15, 2 plus the quantity 9 squared minus 4. So following PEMDAS, we have to do what's in the parentheses first. So we're going to kind of reset PEMDAS. We have exponents and subtraction. So we've got to do the exponents first, right, because that's before subtraction in PEMDAS. So we have to do 9 squared. That does not mean 9 times 2. It means 9 times 9. So we should have 81 right here minus 4. And we're taking that 2 plus out in front. All right, so if you got a different answer, it's probably because you goofed up on the exponent. So 81 minus 4 is what? 77, right? That would be something you'd do off on the side. So we have 2 plus 77, which is 79. All right, so there you go. There's your big piece of pizza. All right, so we have time to do probably one more. If we go to page 15 again, we have another fun problem here, which has lots of parentheses. So we have 2 times the quantity. Now they use a double set of parentheses. A lot of times what you'll see is brackets. So I'm going to write it as brackets because we have 13 plus 5 minus 14 divided by 3 plus 4. And then, yeah. So the parentheses, if you have a double set, the outer ones, might be a bracket. So what you want to do is within this, we're ignoring the 2 times out in front. We're going to redo Pemdas in here. So we have addition, subtraction, division, and then parentheses. So what takes precedence? What's priority here, Rihanna? Parentheses. So we got to do 3 plus 4 first. So that's going to be 7, right? So now we can get rid of that inner set of parentheses, but we still have to get rid of our outer set of parentheses here, or brackets as I drew them. So now we have 13 plus 5 minus 14 divided by 7. So we have addition, subtraction, and division. What one would we do next, Liliana? Division, very good. So we're going to take 14 divided by 7. 14 divided by 7 is what? Not everyone at once, I mean really. 2, thank you. So we have all of this other stuff copied down. So 2 times 13 plus 5 minus 2. So we have addition and subtraction. Which comes first in this case? It does matter. Right, so in this example, what comes first? Addition does. So we have 13 plus 5, which is 18, minus 2. So again, one step at a time. 18 minus 2 is what? 16. So we have 2 times 16. 2 times 16 is what, Cruz? Very good. Nice job. All right, any questions on this? Really, as long as you can follow the order, you're not going to encounter anything more difficult than, one step at a time. So maybe a multiplication part of it, or a division, or an exponent. But other than that, it's all about calculating correctly and just following the order. I think, let's do one more, just so I can be convinced you know what you're doing. Page 17, let's do question 3. Two times 6 plus 8 times 4 plus 1. And we have some parentheses in here. So the quantity 2 times 6 plus the quantity 8 times 4 plus 1. So we have 2 sets of parentheses. What do you think we do in this situation when we have 2 sets of parentheses that are not, one isn't encompassing the other? What do you think, Cruz? Which one comes first? Very good. So 2 times 6 comes first. So what is 2 times 6? 12. So we have 12 plus the quantity 8 times 4. And as tempting as it is to go ahead and do that next step, I want you to wait. Okay? So now we need to do what? 8 times 4, because that's also in parentheses. So 8 times 4 is 32. Copy everything else down. Now it's just a big addition problem. 12 plus 32 plus 1. So 12 plus 32 is 44 plus 1. 45. Any questions on this? All right, I'm going to pass out the homework, which is Pemdas pizza slices. And you're going to see double brackets. You're going to see some numbers right up next to parentheses. So we've talked about what that means. All right, so anyway, thanks for watching Math with Mrs. Lehman. I hope you enjoyed watching us do problems with order of operations. If you haven't liked and subscribed at this point, you know, I don't know what I can do to convince you, but please make this teacher's dreams come true to get 200 whole subscribers. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Bye.